Hey guys, happy Monday, and I hope you're excited for today's yoga flow. So before we do our yoga flow, I wanted to quickly talk about Drishti. So again, just like Dora the Explorer, you're going to repeat after me, Drishti. So what Drishti refers to is your gaze point or your focus. And Drishti is another technique that we use in yoga, and it has a lot of great benefits. So the biggest benefits of Drishti are helping you to stay balanced. So, when you're focusing on one spot, it's easier to balance than if your eyes are closed or if you're looking around. And another benefit is it helps you to focus on your practice. A lot of times, actually every time that your gaze has wandered, your mind usually has too. So Drishti is really a great tool to help you focus, to help you stay stabilized, and it's just a really great tool. There are 9 official Drishti points. We won't talk about all of them because a lot of them are progressive. So as you get deeper into your yoga practice, as you get a little bit more flexible, your Drishti points will start to progress towards where they're supposed to be. So today our yoga flow is going to be a lot of balancing, and that means you're going to need to rely on your Drishti. So I will help remind you about your Drishti. And you might have noticed already that when we're going through our sun salutations or other yoga postures, that I've been telling you where to look. So that is Drishti. And I hope I've drilled this into your heads enough what Drishti is, because we're going to get started. We're going to get started standing. So I'm going to make my way to my yoga mat. And we're going to start in a standing position at the top of your mat. You're going to rock forward and back on your feet, and then feel a nice grounding sensation into your mat. And you're going to start with your Ujjayi breath. So roll your shoulders back, fingertips extended towards the earth. Start to inhale and exhale through your nose. Good. Now, we're going to take a couple of breaths together. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deeper. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sun salutation A. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. Palms press, gaze follows. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward. Keep your gaze forward. You're going to plant your hands, step or jump your feet back. Chaturanga. Again, gaze is forward. Inhale, upward facing dog, gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to be here for 5 counts. Now, your Drishti might be different depending on where your downward facing dog is. You might be looking towards the back of your mat, or between your knees, or even your upper thighs. Again, like I said, it's progressive, so don't strain your neck trying to get your Drishti somewhere else. Just find a natural position. We're here for 3, 2, good. On your inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Inhale, step or take a little hop to the top of your mat. Hands to shins, inhale, forward. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Now deep inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press, gaze follows. Exhale, Samasthiti. Deepen your breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga, gaze forward. Inhale, upward facing dog, gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, you're in child's pose, make your way to a downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Inhale, step or jump to the top of your mat, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, fold. Now, deep inhale, sweep your arms up, palms pressed, gaze follow. Exhale, Samasthiti. You have one more. Inhale, arms up, palms pressed, gaze at the thumb. Exhale, fold, look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward. Keep your gaze forward as you plant your hands. Step or jump, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. So if you want the option to go to your knees, take a break. Again, make sure you're taking care of your breath. So if that means child's pose this time, that's okay. If you're feeling good, maybe you're still in your downward facing dog. Good. If you're in down or child's pose, make your way to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, prepare. Inhale, step or jump, hands to shins, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Now deep inhale, sweep your arms up, palms pressed. Exhale, Samasthiti. Moving on to Sun Salutation B. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair or Utkatasana. Your gaze is up. Exhale, fold. Look towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward. Exhale, keep your gaze forward as you move into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now right away, your right foot shoots between your hands. Left heel swivels down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, left foot shoots forward between your hands. Right heel flat. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands. Chaturanga, gaze forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. We're here for 5. Again, try and find a Drishti wherever you are, whether you're in child's pose, you might take the eyes closed. Your downward facing dog, gazing towards the back of your mat and progressively towards your thighs. If you're in a child's pose, make your way back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, prepare. Inhale, step or jump to the top of your mat, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up to chair, gaze up. Exhale, Samasthiti. One more, deep inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, keep your gaze forward, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, right foot shoots between your hands, left heel flat. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, Chaturanga. Deep inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now left foot shoots forward. Right heel flat. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, Chaturanga. Deep inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog or your child's pose. We'll be here for 5. 4, 3, 2, 2. If you're in a child's pose, make your way to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, prepare, look forward. Inhale to the top of your mat, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees. Inhale to Utkatasana. We're gonna stay here. So you're gonna drop your hips just a little more, keep the fingertips extended up. And we're gonna work on some balance. So I want you to find a drishti. You can find a spot in front of you that's not moving, or you could look at the space just past your fingertips. Good, we're gonna try a quick balance. So you're gonna rock up onto your tippy toes. And remember your bandhas, your Uddiyana bandha is engaged. We're here for 3. Drop your hips, 2. And 1. Heels come down, hands come to heart center. We're still in a little half squat. You're going to hook your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Palms are pressing. And we're here in a little bit of a twist. Now, if you'd like to try an additional balance, you're going to take your drishti to your right big toe. And maybe you start to lift up the left heel. Or if you want to try it out, you can lift the left foot, allow it to hover, or even extend the leg back. But maintaining your drishti down towards your right big toe. Now come back to center. Everybody inhale, hands to heart center. Legs are warm. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Palms are pressing. You can stay here and look to the side, or if you'd like to try that balance, look down towards your mat or towards your left big toe, lift up your right heel, maybe hover the leg, maybe extend the leg, always maintaining your drishti and your focus. Good, replace your foot if it's floating. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Now you're going to take your feet hip width apart. The way you can measure that is by taking your fists together, placing them on your mat. And that's actually hip width apart. It might be closer than you thought it was. And from here, fingertips are on the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to be there. Inhale, gazes forward, back is long. And exhale, fold. From here, you're going to grab opposite elbows. Allow your head to hang heavy. If you feel stable here, you can actually take gentle rocks from side to side. Good, gently release. Soften your knees. We're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders and meet in Samasthiti. So the next postures we're going to be doing are some standing balancing postures so that we can work on our drishti. We're going to start with a basic tree pose. If your mat is really squishy, or if you're on squishy carpet, I would actually suggest moving on to the floor or a hardwood floor, because if it's really squishy, it's going to be hard. So starting with the right foot, you're going to plant the left foot, the right foot's gonna come up. So modified, your big toe stays on the mat and your heel comes to the inner part of your ankle. That's modified, hands are at heart center. A little deeper or challenging, take the foot and press it to the inside of your calf. And more advanced, you're gonna reach down and help your ankle so that your foot can press to your inner thigh. However, you want to avoid pressing directly onto your knee joint. We're here in a tree pose. Find a drishti, something in front of you that's not moving. It's kind of breezy out here, so we're going to be actual trees. You're going to press your fingertips up to the sky and separate them like the limbs of a tree. You might sway in the wind. Maybe it's on purpose, or maybe it's not. I'll never know. Good. Now, just to test out our drishti, You're going to change your drishti, maybe find something on the ceiling. I've got leaves up here that I'm staring at which are moving a lot. Or, so if you might have noticed, changing your drishti makes it a little harder to balance. Now, if you want to really challenge your drishti, you're going to close your eyes and see how that affects your balance. Ready, go, close them. Yeah, I lost it, but it's okay. So, wherever you are, bring your hands back to heart center. Inhale, lift the crown of your head up. And exhale, release the posture, roll out your ankles. And we're gonna switch sides. So press the right foot into the mat or your floor. And you're going to take hands to heart center and try to match whatever you did on the other side as far as foot placement. So whether your foot was big toe on the ground, inner calf, or pressing to your inner thigh, you're going to move there now. And then hands at heart center, find your drishti somewhere on the floor or in front of you that's not moving. Focusing on it. Another good tool for balancing, like we talked about, is your bandha. So belly button flies upward, shoulders down. Finding a nice grounding sensation through the core, through the leg. Maybe you press your fingertips up towards the sky, separate them like the limbs of a tree. Sway. Good. Now wherever you are, we're going to change your drishti. So either look forward or up towards the sky or a ceiling. Now, really challenge yourself. You're going to close your eyes. Ready, go. And open them back up. Bring your hands back to heart center. Inhale, lift the crown of your head up. And exhale, gently release, roll your ankles. Now, if your ankle and your foot feels really tired, that's normal. Like, most people don't stand on one foot all day. So just something to strengthen those muscles in your feet and ankles. We're going to move into a different standing balance posture where your drishti is also going to be really important. So you're going to take your left hand to your left hip and spread out the toes of your left foot. That's the one we're going to be balancing on. Imagine that your foot grew some roots and is grabbing onto the ground. And you're going to reach back for your right foot, just like a standing quad stretch. And this might actually be where you stay, and that's okay. If you're feeling wobbly, you can use your left hand to squeeze and remind your Uddiyana Bandha to be engaged. Otherwise, we're going to move into dancer. So I'm going to go sideways so you can see. From here, you're going to extend the left palm out and up. You're going to take the right hand to the inside of the right foot and start to extend the leg up and maybe gently lean forward. We're here for 3, 2. Good. Gently come out of it. Move back into your quad stretch, hand to your hip. And without touching the right leg down, you're going to bring the leg forward. An option, you can either hold on just below your knee, or you can take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toe, extend the leg forward. We're here for 3. Oh, it's a little wobbly. 2. And 1. Extend your right leg out to the side. Again, we're here for 3. Maybe change your drishti by looking over your left shoulder. 2. Good. Everything comes back to center. Both hands come to your hips, but the leg or knee stays extended and up. We're here for 3. Lift the crown of your head. 2. And gently release. 1. Roll out your ankles. Man, your ankles and feet are kind of taking a beating, but we're almost done. Plant the right foot down. Right hand comes to your hip. And you're going to grab your left foot, just like a quad stretch. Again, if you feel most comfortable here, you can stay here. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see better. Maybe. Now from here, you want to move deeper. You're going to extend the right arm forward, palm facing up, and take the left hand to the inside of your left foot. You might stay here. You might kick your foot into your hand and maybe gently lean forward. Again, your drishti is somewhere in front of you. Good. Gently start to move out of it back into your quad stretch without touching your left foot down. You're going to bring your knee up. Option or modification, you're going to hold on to your knee and stay here. A little more advanced. Peace fingers, wrap around your big toe, extend the leg forward. This time I'm going to face forward so you can see we're here for 3. If you're wobbly, use your right hand to remind your Uddiyana Bandha to be engaged. Good. Now the left leg extends out to the side. Whoa. And if you want to challenge your drishti, you might gaze over your right shoulder, which I'm kind of struggling. So maybe. Good. Let's bring everything back to center. Hands come to your hips. We're here for 3. Lift it higher. I know you're tired. 2. And gently release. 1. Roll out your ankles. And I think you guys deserve a little bit of a stretch and a break from standing postures, but you guys did awesome. So from the top of your mat, let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold, gaze towards your knees. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward. Keep the gaze forward as you move into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, you're going to come to your knees and you're going to keep your toes curled under. And we're going to move into screaming toes, which you'll understand in just a moment. So all of your toes are curled under and you're going to just either stay up off your heels or allow your glutes to come down to your heels. Some of you, this is going to feel excruciating. Others will not understand what's going on. But you should feel a nice stretch through the bottom of your foot. Your toes might feel like they're gonna fall off. That's normal. It is. And this is a really good stretch if you're a runner or if you're a person that walks ever. So that's everyone, right? All right, let's move out of this posture. You're going to bring the tops of your feet to the mat. Bring your knees together. You're gonna bring your hands behind you, fingers face forward, and you're going to gently and slowly start to lift up your knees. This should be stretching the front of your shin and the front of your leg. Again, some people, you might feel this really early and not be able to lift your knees. That's okay, move slow. Other people might be able to lift their knees all the way up and be on their toes. I'm not that person, but if you're that person, that's wonderful. We're here for just a few moments. Good, gently release. You're going to bring your right knee up into your chest, and you're gonna try to bring your heel directly underneath you, and then you're going to lean your chest into your knee. And again, you should feel a nice stretch. Now it should be in your Achilles tendon, the back of your calf. Move gently. If you want a variation of this, you can lift your heel up and lean forward as well. Just be gentle. That will again stretch the toes, the foot, maybe alternating, leaning forward. Good, let's switch sides. I'm going to switch which way I'm facing so you can see. So again, you're going to bring this time your left foot in. Try to scoot it back a little further than you normally would so it's directly underneath you. And then lean your chest down onto your thigh, onto your knee. Maybe gently lean forward. You should feel this in your Achilles, the back of your calf, not your shin. Now, if you want that variation, you can come up onto your toes again. Feel it, stretch your toes. Maybe move back, so it's stretching your Achilles again. Good. Now, you're going to plant your hands, curl your toes under, move into a downward facing dog. It looks like there's a little ant on my mat. He's having a jolly old time. Now, just for fun, because I think handstands are fun, we're going to do a handstand drill. What you're going to do, everybody can try this. You're going to extend one leg up in the air, and it can be way up high or really down low, and you're going to jump and switch which foot is in the air. So little hop, little switch. Try this a few times. If you're feeling brave, you can really kick the leg up high, kick, and switch, and see how slowly you can do it. Or if you can hover at the top. Do that a few more times. Good, we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. And from here, walk your hands back towards your feet. Feet are hip width apart. Remember, you can measure with your fists. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, gaze forward. And exhale, fold. Look towards your knees. Again, soften your knees if you need to, if you're not able to touch the mat. And once you're feeling a nice tug through the back of the legs, grab opposite elbows. Release all the wrinkles from the back of your neck. Your head should be hanging heavy. Feeling a nice extension through the back of your legs, your lower back. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Good. Gently release your hands to the mat and walk your hands back and into a downward facing dog. Good. Pedal out your feet. And when you're ready, inhale, float your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open your belly to the side wall. Now you have the option to stay here. This is a 3-legged downward facing dog. Or you can move into Wild Thing. To move into Wild Thing, you're going to allow your right foot to continue to fall down towards the mat, moving slowly. Then you lift your hips, extend the right arm towards the top of your mat. Good, let's gently come back to your 3-legged downward facing dog. Bend your knees, sweep your right foot in between your hands into a runner's lunge. And then we're going to take your hands to the inside of your right foot. Now we're going to be working on opening up our hips, stretching a little bit deeper. So we're moving now into lizard. You might stay here on your hands if you're already feeling it. You might bend your elbows or drop to your elbows. I also like to drop down to my left knee, but that's just preference, however you like. Good. Now, I know we've been focusing a lot on Drishti and on balancing today, but now we're moving into a deeper stretching portion of the practice where I want you to come back to your ujjayi or your yoga breath. So deep inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, let go, allow yourself to melt, release the tension, and find a deeper position. Now we're going to be here for a couple more breaths. I'm going to give you an additional option to move even deeper into the stretch. You're going to come up to your hands, plant your left hand down, your right arm reaches back for the left foot. You might be able to grab hold of it. You might not be able to find it, and that's okay. We're here for about 3 more counts. Good. Gently release your foot if you have a hold of it. Plant your hands. Come back to your runner's lunge. Now, we're going to move into an optional arm balance. It's optional, which means you don't have to try it. You might just watch and see what happens. So, if you want to try it, from here you're going to take your right hand underneath your right leg and plant your hand on the outside of your right foot. And then you're going to start to gently make your way forward, lean your way forward, and then engage your left leg. Maybe it comes up, maybe it doesn't. So feel free to pause if you want to try that again. You can try it. Otherwise, we're moving out of this posture. Shoot your right foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet for just a moment. When you're ready, inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, open your belly to the wall. Option to stay here, or option to allow the left foot to continue to fall towards your mat and into wild thing. We're here for 3, 2. Good. Everybody meets in your 3-legged downward facing dog. And sweep your left foot forward into a runner's lunge. Both hands come to the inside of your left foot. And from here we move into lizard, whatever that looks like for you. This might be a lizard. You might bend your elbows. You might drop to your elbows. You can keep the back knee up or down. I personally like it down. So try both and see which one you like. Again, come back to your Ujjayi breath. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, allow yourself to surrender and let go into the posture just a little more. If you want to do that additional quad stretch, you can come up to your hands and then reach back with your left hand for your right foot. This one's a little more elusive on this side. We'll see if I can find it. I found it. Not every day that happens. We're here for 3, 2. Again, if this doesn't happen for you, just go back to lizard. Good. Gently release. Take the hands back to the mat. Bring your knee off the mat if it isn't already. And now the optional arm balance called twig. We're going to take the left hand underneath the left leg to the outside of your foot. Gently start to make your way forward. You might engage the right leg. Well, I almost took a nosedive. So actually, if you feel like you're gonna fall on your face, you're actually doing it right. So I hope that's comforting. Plant your hands, shoot your foot back. Chaturanga, half push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, spread your knees wide. Hips move back and into child's pose. In your child's pose, I want you to let go of any tension in your shoulders or your hips. I want you to exhale out of your mouth and really just find some nice relaxation for the next few moments. Good. Gently make your way back to your downward facing dog. And from your downward facing dog, we're going to make our way to a seated position. So again, you can just drop to your knees and then roll to seated. Or you can take a little hop, cross your ankles, and sit down. So we're just going to keep working on those hips, just as some of our closing postures. What you're going to do first is you're going to plant your feet in front of you. And we'll start with the right leg. Your right ankle is going to cross over the left knee, sitting up nice and tall. You might be able to scoot your hips forward right next to your heel. More modified, you're going to have your leg extended out a little bit further. So wherever you are is great. Flex your right foot, maybe take gentle rocks from side to side. Good. Now, you're going to gently release, plant your feet, drop your knees from side to side. And you're going to switch sides. The left ankle crosses just above the right knee. Again, modify it, extend your foot out. More advanced, you're going to scoot your heel in towards your glute, chest tall. Maybe take gentle rocks from side to side. I don't know if you can hear the sirens, but this is like really unusual. There's not normally sirens all the time. Let's gently release, plant your feet, drop your knees from side to side. And from here, plant your feet and roll down onto your back. Nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Good, once you're lying on your back, we're going to, again, work on those hips. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee, and you're going to reach through the hole of in between your leg, and you're going to interlace your fingers behind your left knee, or if you're not feeling it, you can interlace your fingers in front of your right knee. If you'd like to go even deeper, if you feel like this isn't quite getting the stretch you'd like, you can extend the left leg up and then reach for your ankle, and then actually try to pull your toes over your head. So depending on your flexibility, that might work or it might not. So just find a space. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Allow yourself to exhale out of your mouth. Gently make your way out of this posture, switching sides. Left ankle crosses just above your right knee. You're going to reach through that hole you've created, interlace your fingers behind your knee. Again, this might feel nice. You might move deeper by interlacing your fingers in front of your knee. The deepest version, you're going to extend the right leg all the way up and reach for your ankle or your leg, whatever you can grab, and then pull your foot towards you. Again, some of you might be able to bring your toes all the way up over your head. If you can, that's wonderful. We're here for 3. Again, deep exhales out of your mouth. Let go of any tension. Gently make your way out of this stretch. Hug both knees into your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Maybe gently rock up and down your spine. Now you have the opportunity to move through any additional postures. You can get a spinal twist, or if you want to take shoulder stand, headstand, whatever you feel like you need, do so now. When you're ready, however, you're going to move into Shavasana by extending your legs down below you, arms by your side, palms face up. Finding the most comfortable position for you. Now, if you're someone who has lower back pain, one way to ease that pain in your Shavasana is by planting your feet on your mat and then allowing your knees to come in towards one another so that you're still resting. And I'll leave you here for several moments, so just allow yourself to release your Ujjayi breath and to find stillness. Gently bring your awareness back to your body, resting on your mat. Bring a deep inhale in through your nose. Open your mouth to exhale. Again, deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Continue to wake up your body. Gently wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe roll your wrists and your ankles. On an inhale, you're going to extend your arms all the way up above you. Make yourself long, full body stretch. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Option to keep your eyes closed. You're going to use the next few moments to slowly make your way back into a seated position at the top of your mat. Once you're in a seated position, we're going to end our practice today by taking our last couple of breaths together. So when you're ready, inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Deeper. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Your deepest inhale today. Fill your lungs. Inhale. Open your mouth. Audible exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing your yoga practice with me today. Namaste.